I'm trying to get the voice right. I can't do it. All right.
My name is Nicolás Aguirre Zafiro, and I am a senior this year at Amy Biehl High School.
My name is Matt Kraus. I'm the director of college engagement at Amy Biehl. It's my third year here. I'm also the head of the senior team and teach a couple different classes, but I just really see my job is to help all the seniors graduate and have, really solid plans of what they're going to do after high school.
Hello? Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Okay, I hope you can. Hey everyone, this is Matt, part of the senior team. I hope everyone is doing all right. I'm just looking forward to working alongside you seniors, and I'm sad I don't get to see you guys in person, but I'm sure we're going to have a wonderful year. As you can see here, I have my ABHS pin. I actually wanted to talk about that a little bit. I wanted to get into it. I wanted to talk about ABHS and the pride that we have as Lions. I know it's difficult not seeing each other. I know it's hard, but trust me, the kid is good.
Well, I love Nick's impersonation of me. I think it needs a little work, but I impersonate other people all the time, and I get a kick out of when people impersonate me.
Have you guys registered for CNM yet? Have you guys registered? I need you guys to register. We need to get you guys registered. Please register. I hope you guys register for CNM. It's really important. Dual credit is very beneficial to you guys. Have you guys registered yet? I hope you register. Alright, yeah.
So, how does this go? Do I just introduce myself or introduce myself? Okay. What about the camera? Where should I be looking? Okay, I can do that. Well, my name is Joseph Sanchez, and I am a senior. Yeah, that's about it though.
My name is Sonora Biehl. You can just call me Sonora. Nobody knows how to pronounce my last name. And I'm a senior this year. That still sounds really weird to say.
Hi, I'm Celeste Garcia, and I'm a senior at Amy Biehl High School.
Alright, I am Paloma, and I am a senior this year.
My name is Ella Levin, and I'm an Amy Biehl senior. It's not as much fun as you think. Don't get excited.
Alright, hi everyone. It's good to see everyone. I'm really happy that we're going back to school. I know that we're not going back how we all hoped to, but it's good to know that you have Amy Biehl that is here to support you and that you all have each other.
How has this pandemic affected me? Well, to say the least, physically I'm here in August. Mentally, I'm still processing February. But besides that, I'm doing great. I'm going out more. By going out more, I mean just being in the backyard and trying to make sure that I'm doing okay mentally and not trying to lose myself every waking moment of the day. Realizing that this pandemic has legitimately shooken up our systemic and what was the question?
Something that definitely helped me get through my time in quarantine has definitely been talking with my friends, to be it through either texting or through Zoom meetings outside of class.
one thing that's helped me through quarantine, I think I've been coping pretty well. Drawing a lot, making a lot of art, but I think the thing that's definitely helped me the most is all of my super nice stuffed animals.
So this is the first time that students, teachers, I mean the whole world has ever gone through something like this, right? We didn't prepare for how what is going on in the world is going to look like. This is the first time that students are having to not only worry about going to school online, but also having to worry about whatever's happening at home and in your own personal lives. And the same with teachers. This is a teacher's first time having students to stay motivated, to feel focused.
Online school pro and con. Pro finishing before 12 or at like 11:45 is honestly pretty great and leaves a whole lot of free time to, I mean, a lot of it, schoolwork time, but also like a lot of extra free time. So that's pretty nice.
I'm actually really liking online school right now. I think it's going pretty well. It's going much better than the tail end of last year went, which was terrible. Very bad. I didn't learn anything. I'm learning a lot in all my classes. They all seem pretty interesting right now, although they certainly would be more interesting if I could actually go there in person, It's just boring sometimes. It just gets really boring. It's so boring.
I haven't worn pants in a really long time. I don't know if that's like a pro or a con.
Con, would actually also have to do the schedule, because it's nice to be done before 12, but let's be honest, with all this, it's a little bit weird to get used to the schedule, and I may or not have missed one or two advisories and been late to a lot of my classes.
I think the pros of teaching online have to do more with figuring out like solutions to challenges. So these are very unique situations of having to teach fully online. So we're being pushed out of our comfort zone and having to think pretty rigorously about how we deliver the content that is that's specific to our teaching practice. So I guess that's how I would think about it. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, and it makes me kind of rethink the whole idea of what education is and the purpose of it.
So, along with this new way of doing school, I am learning a new way of doing my job.
Okay. My name is Bret Aaker. I'm the Director of Community Engagement here at Amy Biehl High School.
You're probably wondering, what is this all going to look like? And honestly, we're gonna go through this week by week, month by month. All the expectations for a senior project are still there, and we still want you to be thinking about how you can make a difference in the community.
I think the easiest way for people that are outside of our school community to get their heads around what a senior project is to think about it as an internship type situation where a student is working at an organization with a supervisor or mentor to help that organization function. At the same time, they're learning skills, job skills, employment skills, life skills, and they also under the framework of doing something for the community. So that's how it's different from a mentorship. From an internship, is that oftentimes internships, you think about them as a sort of a professional type arrangement, not that senior projects aren't professional, but senior projects are more of a service learning type situation where it's giving back to the community.
Did Ben leave?
No, he's there.
Right next to you on my screen.
Oh, you're on the bottom on my screen. That's why I couldn't find you. You have to have a mentor. Okay, so pop into office hours so we can further like delve into that.
If you have like specific thing about our senior project that we should talk to you about, would you prefer we email you or go to office hours?
I would prefer office hours because I find that sometimes it's better to talk through it.
Yeah, I do. I worry about students that are overwhelmed, and just the schoolwork's just piling on and they don't know where to find it. And I feel like when we were face to face, it was easier to spend time outside of school checking emails and doing work on your computer. And my worry now is that we spend so much time on the computer doing schoolwork, and then we're asking people to be on their computer to read my emails and to do the work online. And then when people are unwinding, they're on their cell phones or playing video games or watching TV. So it's just too much screen time, which is just really not healthy for any of us.
How has this affected my senior year? Well, for starters, I had sort of, this plan for my senior year where I was going to work out. It was going to work with student council, the New Mexico Dream Team, my senior project, and I was also going to be helping out, just a little bit with like acting here and there with like mock trial and stuff like that. And so I had a whole plan. I had things I wanted to do. I had places to go and people to see. But then, Miss Rona hit, and it all just kind of just poof went away. And so it hurt a little bit. It hurt a lot. Yeah, I spent a few months crying. Anyways.
My thoughts on online school are, I don't know, they're mixed. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I feel like it's a lot better than going to school in person, although I do miss people and being able to interact. What I don't miss is my teacher's attitude, but that's a whole nother topic.
And I just want to remind you all that we have no idea. We're hoping to get back into school pretty soon. Mary Beth and I can't really speak on that because we don't, things are still changing. But we'll keep trying to work with you in terms of the online and make it interactive. I definitely am planning on, I'm trying to do a better job of teaching online, and we're asking you guys to step up a little bit too. And as far as like the camera, I really appreciate you guys all being on camera.
What do I think about school online? It sucks. Online school sucks. It completely takes away all of like the personal elements of school. You don't connect with people, you can't talk to people. I've started having conversations like I don't even talk anymore because you just see my face, you can't hear me. It's not really school. I mean, on the one hand, it only takes me like 10 minutes to do each assignment, so I have a lot of free time. But I would trade that in an instant for being able to sit down and just have a real conversation with someone without internet lag or my cat jumping on the keyboard. It's just not the same,
As for going back to school in person, it definitely can't be soon. It's probably not going to be for a while now, because there's just no way that we can make it work right. We're all going to show up to school, we have to stay 6 feet away from each other, which is impossible in those tiny hallways and classrooms. We have to sanitize everything, we have to wear masks, and we can't have all the kids in the classroom at once. I mean, how is anyone thinking this is going to work out, It's just not going to be good enough that it's worth going back and like risking people getting sick.
Right now, I don't think that's the best idea. I would like to see my friends again, but at the same time, that would do the opposite of stopping the coronavirus pandemic.
So as a general rule of mine, and even before all of this stuff, I don't get close enough to somebody to be able to smell them. Or for them to smell me. So when you're talking about introducing social distancing into a school setting and talking about how to enforce that, I think the best solution, and really the only solution, is to tell people to stop wearing deodorant and perfume. Because, well, okay, no, stop, hear me out. When someone is sick, you're like, don't cough on me, haha, you know, I hope you feel better. But when someone smells bad, you don't want to have anything to do with them. And that's the whole point of this entire situation.
Who else? Burke, did you start the process of reapplying to CNM?
No, not yet.
Okay. Okay. Follow those directions and let me know if you have questions, okay? Celeste, I was asking you before you got frozen. You started the process of reapplying to CNM, yes?
Yeah.
And did you run into any snags?
A little bit, but that I freaking signed up to have a meeting with you. But yeah.
And then you no-showed, no-called for that meeting? So it made me feel like I was at my 8th grade prom all over again, where I was there, but no one else showed up, and my date didn't show up, and I felt it really triggered a plethora of options. I'm just kidding, but in all seriousness, yeah, students, I'd say about like 10%, 15% of my appointment students, just no call, no show. And I have to remind myself, I have to think back on how I was when I was 16, 17, 18 years old, and how stuff would slip my mind. I wasn't organized. What was something that stood out to you about finding balance for yourself?
That if I added more to the part where it was growing, then the rest would grow too.
Yeah, good. Good, thanks for sharing. Esteban, who's going to win the NBA title this year?
Lakers.
You're wrong, the Clippers. Wrong answer. Michael, what are you hoping to get out of dual credit this year?
To know that I can actually take a college class and not fail it. Yeah.
Good, yeah, it'll be a confidence booster.
Hopefully.
For sure. Hannah, what, as of right now, where do you see yourself next fall? Can you hear me, Hannah Martinez? Out of state somewhere? Cool. What do you think you need to do between now and then to accomplish that? Yeah, definitely. Definitely that's coming. Joey, what's your college list look like right now? Complicated. That's like Celeste's relationship status. Ba-dum-bum.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can elaborate on the teacher thing. We're all aware that there's a lot, and I mean a lot, of attitude on the senior team at Amy Biehl High School. This specific teacher, I do not want to say his name. I don't want to start anything. We'll just call him Matt Kraus for now. But he called my love life complicated. Anyways, but I believe he did that because I didn't show up to his office hours, and I hate to say it, and I hope I don't sound ridiculous, but I just didn't want to go. Sorry, I didn't. That man can be ridiculous at times, and I didn't want to go, so sorry, pal, but I would just like to end this by saying I want to be mature about this, and I feel like I can really grow from this experience, and Matt Kraus, this is war. Okay, next question, please.
waiting for everybody to come back. There were some good conversations happening in some of the rooms. I walked into Paloma's really odd, like, example of, like, you were in customer service, and this person was wearing pants 5 times and says, I want to return them. It was a good example, though, Paloma. Like, I didn't stay for the, sort of, the response, but whoa. It looked like Zev, like, took out his computer. You all right there, Zev?
Yeah, I'm fine. Nothing's broken.
It looked like you went after your computer with a hammer.
I just stopped the camera at the right moment.
You all cracked me up because I'm like, oh, are you guys ready to go into breakout rooms and have conversations? And everyone was like, yes. And then I hop into a breakout room and you guys are like, you have to unmute yourselves to speak. And then Celeste like, why do you guys put us in breakout rooms? It's so awkward, right? But it's like sort of the same thing if you were at school and you're asked to have a conversation with the people sitting at your table. You guys do it there. You're just at different tables in different rooms, but like think of yourselves all at one table and you have to have a conversation together. Okay, so we're gonna go. Oh wait, hold on. I want to see what Sonora said. Okay, thanks. I just don't. You guys are the ones that make it awkward. You guys like. Nobody makes it awkward but you all. So just saying, like, you want it to be less awkward, then speak to each other.
Okay, I mean, breakout rooms are fine sometimes. I think it depends on who you're in a breakout room with, and I don't know if it's good or not. Also, what the topic is, if we're in there. Also, teachers, if we are in there for 8 minutes, for one question, we're gonna sit there in silence, just so you know. We're not gonna talk for 8 minutes. I'm sorry. Okay, anyways, sorry.
Breakout rooms.
Nick, check out my the cat statue, the cat things I have over there. You see up there? Up there, that very, very teeny bit up there.
Sometimes you end up with like a great group of people who really want to talk about the conversation, and sometimes you end up with like a really good friend and you guys catch up on everything that's happened, you know, since the last time you texted each other. And then sometimes you end up in a group of people that don't really want to talk at all. So you stand there for 3 minutes and watch each other's ceiling fans spin around. Yeah, they can be really great, and it's almost like a good solution. I mean, you can have conversations that you can't in like a big group, but then there are the times where you just kind of sit there for 3 minutes and you don't really know what to do. So, I don't know. They're a good solution.
A whole lot of people just kind of sitting around like, so how's everyone doing? What's good? And I don't know, it's just kind of awkward sometimes, but I mean overall I think I would say it's pretty good. What am I doing?
Miss seeing you guys in person, and I just want you to have the best possible experience you can, and we're here to support you. So have a great senior year. Lots of love to each and every one of you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye, guys.
Sorry, I'm gonna do better. Okay, don't put that in. I will literally end you.